Yesterday we started working with endpoint. Okay, so we have our general formula, x1 plus x2 over 2. Okay, and you got y1 plus y2 over 2. And that is all set to equal a big X and a big Y. Okay, this part over here is just our midpoint. Okay, and then the top X sub 1, X sub 2, these are going to be endpoints. Okay, so we got our endpoints and our midpoint, okay, and we just need to solve, plug in, figure stuff out. So we can label these X sub 1, Y sub 1, a big X and a big Y, okay? So we got our X sub 1 is going to be 9 plus, we don't know X sub 2 over 2. I don't even know what I'm doing here. Okay, and we're going to set that equal to the midpoint, so to our negative 9. Okay, and for the other one, it's going to be our Y sub 1, which is 3 plus Y sub 2 over 2, and we're going to set that one equal to 10. We got to multiply both sides by 2 to get rid of that 2 on the bottom, so we're going to say times 2 times 2. Okay, so on the top I got 9 plus X sub 2 equals, and I got negative 9 times 2, so it's going to give me negative 18. Okay, and I need to get X sub 2 all by itself.
So, subtract from both sides.
Subtract that 9 from both sides. So I'm left with X sub 2 equals negative 27. And I don't know that. 18 plus 9. Yeah. Okay, so the next one I got 3 plus Y sub 2 all over 2. So my very first step is going to be multiply both sides by 2. Multiply by 2. So I got 3 plus Y sub 2, and 10 times 2 is going to be 20. So now I got 3 plus Y sub 2 equals 20. So how do I get that Y sub 2 all by itself? Minus 3 on that both sides?
I said 20 though.
Oh, you're fine. Okay, so 20 minus 3 is going to be 17. Okay, so now I know my X sub 2 is 27 and my Y sub 2 is 17. So how do I write this out?
Parentheses, negative 27, comma, 17 parentheses.
And then close that parenthesis. And what is that coordinate? Is that a midpoint or an endpoint? It's an endpoint. Okay? Okay, so number 2, same thing. Our very first step is going to be to label the endpoint X sub 1, Y sub 1. And our midpoint is just going to be X and Y. Okay, and now we're ready to set these up. And we can see from our little chart that the X subs are going to be endpoints, okay? And the big Y's and X's are going to be the midpoints. So I got
Negative 7 plus X sub 2.
oh yeah, you're right. I don't know what I'm doing. X sub 2
Equals 5.
over 2 equals 5.
5.
Okay, and then the other one's going to look like 5 plus Y sub 2 over 2 equals 0. Okay, we're going to multiply both sides by 2. Okay, so my 2's cancel, and I got negative 7 plus X sub 2 equals 10. So how do I move that negative 7?
Don't we have to plus it?
Yep, so we're going to plus 7 on both sides. Okay, so on the left side, I'm left with x sub 2, and I got 10 plus 7.
17.
So it's going to be 17. And then for the y's, okay, my very first step, okay, it's going to be multiplied by 2 on both sides. So I got 5 plus y sub 2, 0 times 2 is just going to be 0. So I got 5 plus y sub 2 equals 0.
Don't we have to minus 5?
Minus 5 from both sides. Okay, so y sub 2, and I got 0 minus 5,
Wouldn't it just
Negative
equal
5.
-5?
negative 5. And then Sammy, how do I write these in coordinates? So I got x sub 2 equals 17, and y sub 2 equals negative 5.
Open paren,
Mm-hmm.
17, comma, -5, close paren,
Perfect.
she said nervously. Are you saying that because you know what I want to hear or because it's true?
Can I scroll?
Sorry, I'm just trying not to stammer, which is why I'm asking.
Okay, so let's look at the other ones. So our very first step is to do what?
Don't we have to label them?
Label them, perfect. So my endpoints are always going to be labeled those subs. So x sub 1, y sub 1. And how do I label my midpoint?
X sub 2, Y sub 2? No, wait, X and Y.
X and y, perfect.
How come every time she says the word sub, the Yellow Submarine song starts playing in my head?
Okay, and then now we're ready to set up our equation. So I got x sub 1, and that's 0. So we got 0 plus, and it normally is going to be x sub 2, but we don't know what that is. So we're just going to write x sub 2, and it's all over what number?
2?
2. And we set that equal to our midpoint, which is our x and y. So this one we're doing the x's, so it's just going to be set to -2, because that's what our big X is.
Okay.
And then our very first step is going to be to do what?
Multiply by 2? No, wait.
Multiply by 2 on both sides.
So 0 plus.
Okay, so I got 0 plus x sub 2 equals -2 times 2. It's going to be -4. And then how do I get x sub 2 all by itself? 0 plus x sub 2 equals 4.
We have to minus 0?
Minus 0, so.
Minus 0,
So 2 equals -4.
minus 0. So -4 minus 0 is what?
Wouldn't it just be a 4?
-4, perfect. Okay, and now we can set up our other equation. So our other one says x sub 1, which is -10, or y sub 1 equals -10. And then our y sub 2, we don't know what it is. So we're going to write y sub 2. And we set that over what?
2.
2.
Same.
And we set it equal to the big Y, which is going to be -6. Okay, so I got -10 plus Y sub 2 over 2 equals 6. So what do I need to do first?
Multiply.
Multiply both sides by
2.
2 to get rid of that 2 on the bottom. So I got -10 plus Y sub 2 equals 12. So how do I get Y sub 2 all by itself? I got -10 plus Y sub 2
Plus 10 on both sides,
plus 10 on both sides.
I think.
Yep. Okay, so I got Y sub 2 and I got 12 plus 10.
-2.
22.
22.
Oh, yeah.
Shouldn't it be a -6 all the way at the top?
Yep, sure should. So right here where I'm doing in red, you need to put some negatives. So -6, so it's going to make this -12. So -12 plus 10 is really going to be -2. So that's my bad. You guys did it right if it was 6. But it wasn't, because I didn't write that.